Hello there, and welcome back to this Java development course. So, today we're going to be going over the very first lesson. Here, all we're going to be doing is installing an integrated development environment for Java, as well as creating a Hello World program. If you don't know, when you're learning a new programming language, essentially by convention, the first program that you write is just something that outputs the text Hello World to the screen. So let's get started with that now. For starters, we're going to need to install an integrated development environment, or an IDE for short. An IDE is essentially just an application with a text editor that allows us to work with code. It gives us a set of very useful features. We'll see them in a second. For starters, let's go ahead and download it. So we're going to be using Eclipse. Just search for it on Google and you have Eclipse downloads. Okay, click on Eclipse IDE for Java developers and click on download. Okay, select the latest version. It should automatically give you it. And download. There we go. Okay, give it a couple seconds to download. Okay, there we go. So now that's downloaded, this is the file that you should now have. We can go ahead and open it up. And there we go. Now we have our Eclipse installer. Let's open that. Give it a couple seconds. And there we go. So here we have some options as to what IDE we want to install. Make sure that you select this Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Select a place where you will install it and click install. Okay, so after we have installed our Eclipse application, we can now see this launch button. Let's go ahead and click it. And it should open up Eclipse. Again, give it a couple seconds. And there we go. So we can now select our workspace. So the workspace is actually the place where we're going to hold all our project files. Project files are essentially just everything that we need for a project. This is going to be files of code, files maybe if we have some images, it's going to be images, and so on. So you can really choose any location. For now, let's just choose the default one that it gives us. Let's go ahead and click launch. Okay, again, give it a second or so. Whenever you're installing an application for the first time, especially Eclipse, it should always take some time. You can go ahead and close this window. This is just a welcome screen where you can get an idea about Eclipse. If you're curious, go ahead and look through it. But for now, we'll just go ahead and remove it. All right, and then close the cheat sheets application as well. There we go. All right, so now let's go ahead and make our application full screen. And let's create a new project. So we're going to create a new Java project. Project 1. There we go. Now, leave everything here as it is. There's really no point in changing it now. We'll go over it perhaps later in this course. Then let's go ahead and click Finish. And there we go. So we have on the left our project. Inside our project, you should see a src folder. This is the place where we're going to put all our Java files. So we can actually create a Java file by saying new and then class. Okay. So again, don't pay attention to any of this. For now, all we need to understand is the name. So this is going to be the name of our class. Let's just call it class 1. There we go. And now we're also going to create a public static void main. So all this will do is just create a method inside our class, which will be called main. So the main method is actually where Java will start to run our application from. For now, just ignore this. There's really no point in understanding it. We'll go over methods later on in this course. All right, so let's go ahead and click Finish. And there we go. Now we have our class 1. Let me go ahead and close up all of this on the side just so it doesn't take up any space and make the text bigger. And there we go. So now we're ready to write our first line of code. First of all, let's delete this. There we go. So now you can see this is our class, public class, class1. We have it. And then we also have our main method. Again, don't pay attention to this. We will go over both classes and method later on in this course. For now, just understand that any code we write, we're going to write in here. So now let's output hello world. So we're going to do system.out.println, and then in double quotation marks, hello world. There we go. Okay, and let's put a semicolon after the line, and there we go. Now let's run our application. Let's save it, and then you can go and click this run button up here, and let's run it. And there we go. We get a console with hello world. Okay, so in this lesson, we have installed IDE, and we have created our very first Java application that prints hello world to the console. That's already a pretty big achievement. Nevertheless, you'll find that with Java, there is so much more that we can do, and there is so much more to learn, but we've already taken the first step to becoming expert Java developers. I'll see you next time. Till soon.